You know what I've learned after years of building teams? The difference between a good team and a great team often isn't talent, and it's not even strategy. It's stewardship. At Texan Church, we talk a lot about building a team that feels a deep sense of ownership, not just showing up for a paycheck, but showing up for each other, for the churches we serve, and for the mission we're chasing together. It's easy to say, but really hard to build. But when you see it, you can feel it immediately. Let me take you back to a Christmas Eve, probably 8 or 9 years ago. It was one of those nights you dream about spending with your family around the fire, but instead, our system was down. Emails started pouring in, messages were lighting up. Churches who trusted us to help them communicate were suddenly without the tool that they needed most. It could have been an absolute disaster, but instead, it turned into one of the proudest moments of my leadership journey. Caleb, who was a member support specialist back then, and today he leads our entire member experience team, he stayed up through the night fielding questions, calming nerves, and reassuring churches while I worked furiously behind the scenes. And Jake, our lead developer at the time, he was debugging code from the hospital while his wife was in labor. Nobody asked either of them to step up in that way. Nobody told them they had to do it. They just did because they cared. And that's stewardship. That's what it looks like when people take responsibility for the mission like it's their own. And here's what I discovered. When you don't have a culture of stewardship, little problems get ignored. And ignored problems get bigger. And eventually, it's those small cracks that can sink even the strongest of ships. At Texan Church, we have a concept called succeed or escalate. So imagine you're on a big boat. And if you see a hole in that boat, you only have two options. You can succeed by solving it yourself. You can plug the hole, or you can escalate it. Clearly and quickly, if you can't solve it yourself, you get someone who can help you. But the one thing you can't do is stay silent. Stewardship isn't about fixing everything personally. It's about making sure that everything gets fixed fast. And here's the magic of stewardship. It multiplies. It grows through small daily decisions. It looks like taking responsibility when it would be easier to pass it off. It looks like approaching problems with curiosity instead of blame. It looks like taking pride in every improvement, no matter how small. And when people have a real stake in the mission, and you back that up with trust, you build something much stronger than a workplace. You build a team rowing in the same direction, fixing the holes together, and moving full steam ahead. John Maxwell said it best. He says, leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It's about one life influencing another. True stewardship is simply leadership. It's not about waiting for permission. It's about stepping up with integrity and with care and with a deep sense of responsibility for the mission. The teams that thrive for the long haul, they aren't built on titles or fear. They're built on stewardship. And if you'd like to dive deeper into how to build teams that thrive, I put together a free 30-day leadership growth plan. Inside, you'll learn our 4 daily non-negotiables, a simple monthly leadership rhythm, and then practical habits that help keep you and your team focused, fueled, and flourishing. And you can grab it in the link in the description below.